Hey everybody. So let's talk kombucha for a minute. Oh, wow, that's weird how that jiggles in the video. This is not kombucha, this is my coffee this morning. This is my kombucha. It's kind of slimy. You know, you could probably use this as a Halloween thing if you didn't know what it was. This is fermented tea. So I ordered a mother, which is what one of these is. Just one of them is a mother. So as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's another one forming on the top, and it covers. And this is what seals in the bacteria from getting into your tea, and it ferments. It's really good for your gut. It's full of probiotics. You can flavor it after you've made it. You put it in, you know. So what I do is I normally make it, and I like to go mine about every 10 days. And then after 10 days, I make another batch. I've gone as long as like 2.5 weeks to make a really strong kind of stronger tea. I don't want to say it's vinegar, but it's similar to vinegar. I think just about everyone has tried kombucha. I think I let my coffee warm up too much. I had to reheat it because I've been up since 4. I'm going to have to get on here, and I have some friends. I asked a couple people yesterday at work whether or not they drank kombucha, and the one who did has already doing her own, and is the same boat I am, is that she has too many mothers. So you take one mother right here, and I ordered one and got it shipped to me, and you brew tea, and I think that's about 6 cups. No, it's 8 cups. So I have a big measuring cup. I'll get it down for you. I have to make the formula for the goat anyway. So this is what I do, is I make tea, and I fill it up to the top here with hot water. And I make just plain black tea. You can buy the cheapest black tea you can find at the grocery store. And what happens then is it's 1 cup of sugar. I know that sounds like a lot of sugar for everybody who doesn't want to do sugar. But the sugar is what the fermentation eats. So it's not going to have as much sugar in it when you drink it, because those mothers are fermenting and eating the sugar to produce the fermented tea. And then you let it cool. I use a wide jar. The very top is wide. I like it that way. My husband seems to think it collects fruit flies, and there's one, but it's not. It's because I had the bananas here, and the fruit flies came in with the corn when I brought the corn in last week and canned all weekend with the corn. So it's really not the kombucha. But anyway, so then you would take when you get the mother, and normally they give you a little bit of the sediment at the bottom. You'd put that in there, and then you add the cooled. You cannot do it. If you put the tea in when it's still hot, you will kill all the beneficial microbes in the mother, and it won't work. You'll kill it right off. It's got to be cool at room temperature. And then you put the cover on it, and I have just a rubber band. I've got cheesecloth, and then I've got one of the reusable. I bought that at the Mother Earth Fair. Like, I bought a big, huge pack of them, and I still have some. She had them listed as like reusable paper towel. They're really absorbent. They stain easy though, and then they look icky. So I could keep using them, but I ended up throwing away. I'd like to order some more because I've been on my husband to stop using so much paper towel. I told him I'm only buying a 6-pack every 2 weeks on payday, because he'll literally use like a gazillion. It's like a renewable, he doesn't think about it, I guess. Normally because I'm the one who's going to the grocery store and paying for it, and I'm looking at the price and I'm going, are you freaking kidding me? Anyway, so your kombucha, there's your kombucha. So I'm going to get on Marketplace and on Facebook and stuff and see if there's anybody locally who wants to have some. And I'm just going to give it to them. I'll keep 2 just in case, and then I'll get rid of 3 of them. So, and then you just cover it and let it set on the back counter. You're going to look for mold. It's slimy and it looks weird, but it's not mold. It's not bubbling because it's, got nastiness in it. However, when I do store it, once I separate that, I do put it into this. And this is a fermentation thing with ball. I don't think I can get it off with one hand. Got it. You're looking at my canning books. I'm doing pickled beets today. So as you can see, the air can escape there. It smells so good. At just a week, it's super sweet still. It's not very vinegary. But you want to do that. You want to have one of those lids. If you're going to store it for a long time, if you're going to drink it up within a week, it's okay. Funny story is not too long ago, I'd bought, before I started this, I had bought in some at the grocery store, and I drank like half of it, and I put it in the fridge, and it got pushed to the back. You know how that happens. Stuff gets pushed way to the back, and you never get to it. And then, like, I don't know, 3 weeks later, I'm finding pieces of a cap, a broken cap. I'm like, what broke, and who didn't clean this up? And there was a piece on the floor, and I thought, well, that's weird. And I picked it up, threw it away. And then there was another piece inside the fridge, and I'm like, what is going on? And so then later that day, or the next day or so, it was time to clean out the fridge. I normally clean out the fridge on the weekends. And either I'll make a stew with, you know, the stuff that's usable, or I just give it to the dogs or the chickens. And I went through there, and the kombucha that I bought at the store had been fermenting inside that glass bottle, and literally shattered the plastic cap off the top as all of the vapors escaped. So when you're fermenting, if you're going to store it in there and you're not going to use it up right away, I would suggest you buy some of those. It's just a ball box. It says it's fermentation kit. This isn't the right lid, but it comes with the spring in it, because what you would normally do is you would be putting vegetables and stuff in there to ferment, and then that would be pushed down, and it would keep all that stuff inside underneath the level of the fermentation liquid that you have in there, and then that would keep it from spoiling and getting nasty, because for things to rot, they need oxygen. And when you submerge the stuff underneath the vinegar, the very high acidic fermentation process, they don't get the oxygen, so they don't rot, and they don't get bacteria, and they don't get moldy. If they get moldy, then you got to throw it away. So, but that's just my little spiel on kombucha. Make sure you get a lid that has the release in it if you're going to store it for a long time. If you're not storing it for a long time, you're fine just putting the lid on. And you know, if you open it every day, most of the vapor will get out, and you won't have to worry about it that much. So there you go for the kombucha, and I hope you try it. It's good for your gut. It's cheap. I mean, black tea, I drink that, and I get like a half a gallon. I drink probably half a gallon a week, maybe a little bit more sometimes when I've got some extra. And I think I paid $2 for a big pack of tea bags. So, and then the sugar. So you figure I'm probably spending, I don't know, maybe $1 for drinks all week. And it tastes good. It's slightly sweet. It's good for your gut. And when you want something, you don't want water. I'm trying not to drink sodas. So, and I'm not a big pop fan. I'm really not. It's so bad for you. Although I love my Faygo Rock and Rye. I never drank pop in Washington. And then the minute I got out back to Michigan, I ran into the gas station to get a thing of tea, and I saw the Faygo Rock and Rye. And I swear my body was like, oh my God. So I drank Rock and Rye. It's bad for me, but I missed my Faygo. I missed my Faygo pop. And I'm trying to go back to saying pop instead of soda, because soda's a West Coast thing. And I went out there when I said I wanted a pop, everybody just looked at me like I was crazy. So now when I came back home, I say, oh, I want a soda. They're like, you want a what? You want baking soda? No, I want a pop. Just a pop. Give me a pop. So funny how we're dialects. Just proves how different areas of our country can be. Ooh, I almost